to start a Celebrate Sunday. All right, we have some guest musicians in the house today. Mr. Carl Roosting on piano. Matisse Gabi-Hurtig on upright bass. And you will probably recognize Kelby McNair, our band leader from Elevate, on drums and vocals. And of course, the VTC Community Choir in the seats. Give yourselves a hand and then sit on down. All right, welcome to a very lively Celebrate Sunday. Like I said before, it's almost like we have an AGM happening today or something, you know, some extra people coming out of the woodwork. So it is so wonderful to see so many faces here. And before I go on, I'm going to ask, is there anyone here for the first time on a Sunday today? I know the answer is yes. Yeah, I think, well, yes for Celebrate. So we have Keith, who came with Fiona. We have Kim, who came with Anna B. And Anna B has been at a healing circle before, but hasn't been here for Celebrate. So let's let these folks know how delighted we are that they're here with us. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. Give them a hand, everyone. All right, so let us now remember why it is that we're here. And we just kind of sang about it, right? To like remember there's only one thing going on. We are that one thing. We're this one huge, amazing family. And whatever you call that one thing, whether it is energy, creativity, whether it is love, God, spirit, source, the quantum field, whatever it is less important than actually feeling it, than living as it, than embodying it in every single fiber of your being. And so that's why we start off with lively music like this, so you can get up and you can feel spirit in your bones, in your cells. That's why we do meditation, so that we can anchor ourselves in the knowing and the certainty that love is our true nature. More on that later. And we do so many other things to come together, because if there's only this one thing going on, then it stands to reason that everyone and everything is that. Even if it doesn't look like it or feel like it, everyone and everything is that. Everyone and everything is energy. Everyone and everything is consciousness. Everyone and everything is love, is God, is spirit, is source, and all of it all the time. Not just a little bit, and not just sometimes, and not just sometimes when we remember, but all of it all the time. But it's up to us to remember that that's who we are, to lean in, embrace, and embody that knowingness and that certainty, and then show up as that for ourselves, our community, and our world. So how does that sound on a Celebrate Sunday here? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is a heavy mic, I have to say, compared to the other one. It's much better, and it's heavy. Okay, so let us remember where it is that we are doing this remembering, where we are doing this embodying, that we are on the unceded lands of the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees and Esquimalt nations. And if we take a look at a phrase that is on the Songhees Nation's website, and I've put this one up before, we are the keepers of the spirit of our ancestors and of the generations to come. We have been here since time immemorial, and we will continue to thrive. And so the reason that I put this one up is because VTC is constantly evolving. And these last 18 months, since my co-lead Sheri Hauser over there, Brand Stewart, and I came on board, VTC has been going through more of a revolution, really, than an evolution, because things have changed big and hard and fast. And what a testament to the board that is in place right now, that the board has been open to so much of this change. Not always super willingly, but at least open to the change, knowing that we have to keep changing, because if we don't change, we don't grow, and if we grow, we stagnate, and then, right? So we are the keepers of the spirit of our ancestors, everything that has been, honoring that, standing on that foundation, but also opening up to what is to come, what is possible, what has not yet been experienced or lived or even entertained in our imaginations. And so this is why I wanted this phrase in here, because it also goes with our yearly theme, which is here to thrive in 2025. So what a blessing, what a gift, what an honor it is to live and work and breathe and play and co-create on these beautifully, reverentially stewarded lands that are now here for us to do all of this on. So thank you, Haishka. Now I gotta sing again after all that talking. I'm just gonna take a sip of tea. All right, so we've done this 1 month before, several months ago. This is a song that just came to me one day, just downloaded itself. I don't consider myself a songwriter, but it just poured out, and it just felt so beautiful and reverential, and I sang it for Kelby and sang it for Bob, and it's like, we got to do it here. So please sing along if you like. It's a very easy, repeatable memory. Interesting melody. In every breath, every pulse, there is love. With every thought, every word, there is love. When I open up my heart, I can feel my soul revealed in the grace of His space that is love. I trust and I know I am strong. With pure faith I lean into the song that inspires and reflects the harmony and sacred text that's been the wisdom of my heart all along. That inspires and reflects the harmony and sacred text. It's been the wisdom of my heart all along. Every moment, every hour, I choose peace. Every day, every way, I choose peace. As I let go of the old and surrender to the new, I leave behind what clouds my mind from seeing the truth. As I let go of the old and surrender to the new, I leave behind what clouds my mind from seeing the truth. So I open up to these beautiful melodies and harmonies that are resonating in the space. I open myself up to surrendering to whatever it is that is bubbling up in this brand new now moment. Knowing that no matter what is happening, no matter what is being experienced, the only thing that is ever bubbling up to the surface, the only thing that is at the center and epicenter of our being, the only thing that is the essence of all that is, was, and ever will be, is pure, essential love. And so as I lean into the grace of this space, of this now moment and every now moment, what an absolute gift and blessing it is to be right here, right now. So for all the love that is present, for all the love that is on its way, for all of the willingness and surrendering to come, I simply release my word as law, knowing that right here, right now, and in every now moment, in the grace of this space, there is love. Every breath, every pulse, I am loved. With every thought, every word, I am loved. As I yield unto my heart, I can feel my soul revealed in the grace of this space. I am loved. As I yield unto my heart, I can feel my soul revealed in the grace of this space. I am loved. In the grace of this space, I am loved. In the grace of this space, I am loved. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, everyone. Kind of tuck the prayer in there this time, because that's what it felt like wanted to happen. So thank you, Carl. Thank you, Matisse. Thank you, Kelby. And thank you, everyone, for your consciousness and your presence during that song and that opening treatment. Okay, I'm switching microphones. Okay, can this microphone be turned off, please, for a bit? All right, so brand new month means brand new theme and brand new affirmation. And partly because I'm starting to teach a class on forgiveness on Saturday, and partly because forgiveness kept coming up as a theme during my interactions with people, during 9D sessions that we were having when we were doing transformational breath work, and at the tail end of the 4 Agreements book study that Glenn did a couple of months ago, there's a chunk on forgiveness. It just felt like forgiveness and forgiving is something that we really could do with more of in this community, especially as we transition into another wave of what it is that this community and this organization are becoming. So the affirmation to go with our theme for the month is, as I intentionally release resentment, anger, and revenge about the past, I more consciously embody the certainty that love is my true nature. So because it is the first day that this is being sort of unleashed out into the community, I'm just going to invite you to sit with that for the next week. And then next week, we're going to take up a few shares and what it is that's coming up for people, because we have a lot that's going on today, a lot to pack into this hour before our AGM. But I really would like everyone to focus on what it is that's coming up for you when you read words like resentment, anger, and revenge. And what does it feel like to say, you know, I more consciously embody the certainty that love is my true nature. And so again, more on that last phrase to come during our AGM when Sheri Hauser unveils the new value compass, which came out of the visioning forums that we had last year. So that phrasing is actually part of our new brand. Bless you. So, forgiving. I invite all of us to lean into forgiving, to soften, to open up, and to allow ourselves to let go. Because when we let go, we open up to something new and different, right? Maybe even something better. More of who and what we are. All right, so now let's move on to the feature tune. So gentlemen, take it away.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you. if you're young at heart. For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams, and life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, think of all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part, you have a head start if you are among the very young at heart.
That's Carl Rusing at the piano. Let's hear from Matisse Gabiherte. That's Matisse on the bass. Now I know you know this song. Join me.
Fairy tales will come true if it happened to you. If you're young at heart,
Feel free to sing along. Reckless abandon.
for it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams, and life gets more exciting with each passing day. It's true. And love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, think of all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part, you have a head start if you are among the very young at heart.
All right, Mr. Carl Rusting on piano, Matisse Gubby-Hurtig on upright bass, and Kelby McNair on vocals and drums. Thank you, gentlemen. You can go on, take a break, have a seat, as there will be no music for a little while now. Okay. So yesterday was the first Saturday of the month, and Glenn, I have talked about this before. Glenn and I are part of a group called the Abundant Good Journey that has been meeting on the first Saturday of the month for, I want to say 2.5 years at this point. I'm not sure. And for the last, I think, 3 months, I haven't been able to make it because I've been so caught up in other things. And so even though I had a lot of things to work on for today, I thought, you know what? I'm going to the Abundant Good Journey because I want to be with our friend, Dr. Joselito, and I want to be with the group of people that he attracts into this incredible container. And so yesterday's theme was based on this book by Gay Hendricks called The Big Leap. Anybody familiar with this book? Okay, I see a few hands. So I was first introduced to this book back in 2013, I think, when I was going through nutrition school. And my coach, I ended up having, supposed to be like a weekly phone call with about 8 people. And I was the only one that was in that time zone. And so I had her all to myself for like 12 weeks or something, which was amazing. And at some point, she recommended this book. And when I read this book, it was a huge aha for me because the whole thing in this book that he talks about, he's a psychologist, was that there's this ceiling that we have on being happy, being wealthy, being successful. It's a thermostat, if you will. And so the idea is that you can only be so happy, you can only make so much money, you can only be so successful, you can only be so healthy. You see where I'm going with this? And then if you hit that ceiling, or if the thermostat kicks in because you've gone over, you're going to sabotage yourself, or something's going to happen. You're going to create and attract opportunities to go back below that ceiling, to go back to where the thermostat was before. So this is before I went into New Thought, and he does talk about like how to move beyond. The whole thing is taking the big leap to go like past that ceiling, to move past the thermostat setting that is sort of your natural setting. But this was before New Thought for me. This was before Science of Mind, and so for me, this was one of the aha kind of things. Because for many, many years, like even in childhood, every single Christmas I would get sick. I would get bronchitis or I would get pneumonia. Without fail, I would go on antibiotics and that would be it. As an adult, it got worse. And I could even feel it coming on. And because I'm Ukrainian, we used to celebrate and still do celebrate Christmas in January. And so for me, it was like there were the holidays of like the regular Christmas, and then I still had Christmas after that. And so when I had my bakery, what I decided was that we would close for every single stat holiday so that everybody could have time off. And so I could have time off because I tended to work on those stat holidays. We would close for the first 2 weeks of January so I could have my Christmas. And so many times I could feel the tickle, I could feel the energy draining, and I'm like, I'm getting sick, and then bam, by that night or the next day, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what is this? And then at one point, I got really conscious about my physical fitness, and I was training with an amazing, amazing trainer. And as we would amp things up, and I would get more and more intentional, and we started to start doing harder stuff, I'd injure myself, and I had to stop. I would all of a sudden be making more money, and then I'd get in a car accident and wouldn't be able to work. And I'm like, what is all of this stuff that is happening? Like, why is life happening to me? Kind of thing, right? And so when I think back to this book and this idea that, there's this ceiling of you can only be so happy, you can only be so successful, you can only have so much, experience so much in life, and if you go over that, then something's going to happen to bring you right back down. And so for me, I'm like, wow, okay, so what is it in me? What is my setting that is making me sabotage myself to bring myself back down to a level that is not, beyond that ceiling? I found this fascinating. So yesterday, this is what the abundant good was all about. And during this 1.5-hour session, I was reminded of the 4 zones that Gay Hendricks talks about. He talks about incompetence, he talks about competence, excellence, and genius, the 4 different zones that you can be in at any given time, no matter where you are on your journey. And so the zone of incompetence is about everyone else can do it better than I can. Okay, like I don't know how, I don't have the energy, I don't have the time, I don't know, I can't be bothered. And it's also the zone of like worrying that there is danger lurking around every corner, worrying that someone is going to come out to get you and take away what little you already have. Then there's the zone of competence, where, okay, I can do the stuff, pretty much like the people around me, but I'm not feeling so inspired. I can get through my day and I can do what I need to do, but I don't know, is there more to life than this? I'm not really sure. And then there's the zone of excellence. Okay, and the zone of excellence sounds pretty cool, but as we learned yesterday, the zone of excellence is really one of the most dangerous zones to be in, because the zone of excellence is where you excel, is where you are so good. You are like in the zone, you are offering your talents and your treasures, and you are just riding the wave of success and wealth and health and whatever it is that is important to you, but it feels so good that you could easily end up staying there and not go into this big leap into the zone of genius. And so as people are answering, what the zone of genius feels like for them, they're talking about, oh, it's when I feel in the flow, it's when I feel connected, it's when I feel aligned. And I'm thinking, that's not my experience. My experience of being in the zone of genius, which I feel like I have been in heavy duty for the last 18 months since Sheri and I came on board here, is being pulled and stretched and pushed into another level and constantly just sort of like rolling and running around thinking, I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to figure it out anyway. Or, like as I step out, off that cliff, the bridge is going to appear. As I go to fly, the wings are going to sprout. Whatever it is, I got to have faith. I got to trust. I got to know, because I'm going to do it anyway. Because if I don't, then all I'm doing is hanging out in my comfort zone. And for us, in New Thought, that's not what life is about. Okay? Every now and then, it's nice to hang out in the zone of excellence. And I even said this yesterday. Sometimes I do just want to hang out there and enjoy the view from there because it does feel really good. But that's how we can also get complacent, right? And so this is about taking personal responsibility for our life experience. And what is it that we want to show up as? What is it that we want to experience? Because no one is living our life for us. No one's making our decisions for us. It can feel like that sometimes, but ultimately, we are the ones that are always choosing. Every single moment of every single day, how much of that allness, how much of that love, how much of that creativity, how much of that God, universe, spirit, source, quantum field, whatever you want to call it, how much of that am I experiencing in this moment right here, right now? And am I willing to experience more? If you're willing to experience more, you got to take a leap. So my talk title for today is, who's adjusting your thermostat? Okay, like first you got to know, like, where's your thermostat set? Okay, there are the 4 zones at the bottom: incompetence, competence, excellence, and genius. And in this picture, you can actually see the little red thing. It's kind of in the zone of excellence, right? And so then up top are just a few examples of experiences in life: happiness, success, relationships, wealth, health. There's so much more, right? But ultimately, how we experience those things on the top depends on where our thermostat is set on the bottom. Okay? And so we want to be really clear about where are we. And the way that we get clear, the way that we discover why we're experiencing the stuff on top the way we're experiencing it, because of our beliefs. And so what do we believe? Do we believe that we're only worthy of making so much money? Or that we are worthy of making a ton of money but letting it flow through our fingertips and not being able to hold on to it? Do we believe that we can only be so healthy, and so then when we, are super healthy, at some point we're like going to get knocked down by a flu or a cold or cancer? What do we believe? Are we worthy? Are we deserving? For sure we are, but we have to know it. We have to believe it ourselves. There's nothing outside of us. There's nothing external that is going to bring us all of that worthiness that we feel that we deserve. That has to come from within. And so if we want to have a different experience of happiness, success, relationships, wealth, health, and anything else in life, then we got to make sure we're clear on where we are, in which zone we're in. And if we're in a zone that may be the incompetence or competent zone, if that's not where we want to stay, then we got to start entertaining some new beliefs. And so this really comes to personal responsibility, which is the thing that we keep talking about here at VTC, how we are personally responsible for our life experience, that no one and nothing else creates our reality. And so there's a quote in the book by Gay Hendricks where he writes, "The more successful you get, the more urgent it becomes to identify and overcome your upper limit problem. If you don't clear the upper limit problem out of your way, it will be a drag on you until the day you die." Pretty intense, right? But is it true? I mean, our beliefs are what inform every single moment of our life. They inform our thoughts. They're connected to our emotions, to our feelings. They're connected to our desires, the action steps that we take or we don't take. And it's all about being comfortable or being uncomfortable. And if you're in those first three zones, in competence, and even excellence, that's all about comfort. And that's why excellence can be such a dangerous place to be. Because if you get super comfortable and you just sort of, get trapped by all of the amazing stuff that is going on for you because you're so good at what it is that you're doing, you may never actually get to experience the allness of what you're capable of because you haven't taken that big leap into the zone of genius. And so why am I talking about this today? It's not just because this is what we did at Abundant Good yesterday. I'm talking about this today because today is the 91st AGM here at VTC. This community, this organization, because this community is different, this organization goes back over 100 years and is the Victoria True Center. This is the 91st annual general meeting that it is having. Do you think that VTC looks the way it does today, that it's the same, as 91 years ago? No. There has been change many times over. I made a comment a few weeks ago when I was talking about my marriage to Glenn over there in the back, thinking that we've been together for nearly 30 years, and I feel like we've gone through maybe like 20 marriages, because we're like different people from one moment to the next and the next and the next. Same thing with our organization, same thing with our community. And so these last 18 months has felt like this incredible big leap that sometimes we weren't even aware that we were taking. And so that resulted in a lot of volatility, a lot of challenges, a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people aren't aware of that felt so exhausting, so all-consuming, that for me, it got to the point where at the beginning of the year, for about a month and a half, I really sat in the question of, is this where I belong right now? Is this for me? And ministry for me is a calling. Okay, it's something I can't help but lean into. It is a pull on me. It is the thing that keeps me going into the zone of genius again and again and again and again and again. And so for about 18 months, every now and then, I'm like, oh my God, it would be so amazing to just hang out in the zone of excellence for a while because it's more comfortable there, right? But that's not what this big leap for VTC has been about. That's not what this big leap for me has been about. That's not what the big leap for this community has been about. And so when I look at the people who are sitting here today, the people who have committed to showing up, to speaking up, the people who have committed to being members, the people who have committed to being of service, what a testament it is to what this community and organization are becoming. growth, change, transformation. And we're the ones who get to decide, right? Individually and collectively. Because whatever it is that we're experiencing, my 57 dark nights of the soul at the beginning of this year, I was equal to all of it. That's what it is in New Thought. That's personal responsibility. It doesn't mean that something is your fault, but you're equal to it, consciousness-wise. You're vibrating at a certain level of knowing, at a certain level of consciousness, and that is going to attract people, resources, opportunities, and experiences into your life for that level of consciousness to be demonstrated and fulfilled in, through, and as you. And so for me, there was a lot of life is hard. There was a lot of challenge. There was a lot of like, I don't know if this is for me, and yet the calling is there, so I can't help but lean into it. And so today is a big day at this 91st AGM. Today is a big day to celebrate. Look at all the people who are here right now. And what an opportunity is to open up to what it is that this community and organization are becoming. So back to our affirmation for the month, as I intentionally release resentment, anger, and revenge about the past, I more consciously embody the certainty that love is my true nature. Now, it's not just about resentment, anger, and revenge. It is also about letting go of the ideas, the stories, the attachment to the past, the attachment to our comfort zones, because in that attachment, all there is complacency. And complacency does not foster growth. In the book of Forgiving that we're going to be using during the forgiveness class, Bishop Desmond Tutu and his daughter, Reverend Mpo Tutu, write, "Growth happens through obstacles and only with resistance. A tree must push up against the dirt, the solid resistance of the ground, in order to grow." And this next part you've heard me say a million times. "Muscles grow when we apply a counterforce of resistance against them, but first they tear apart and break down, only to become even stronger in the rebuilding." That's what I see happening at VTC. Not all the time, but that's what I see happening. That we are tearing apart what isn't working anymore, what isn't relevant anymore, so that when we rebuild, we are coming stronger, more relevant. What's relevant and happening right here today, and we're paying attention to what is happening as the community is evolving. Not just what we would like it to be. Like, I'm not standing here with a master plan of like, this is how VTC is going to unfold, We have some ideas, but we're also this is why we had the visioning. We wanted to know from the people, what are the insights that are coming to you, through you, for the unfoldment of this community. So that's what it's about, continuing to grow, even when there is resistance, continuing to grow, because as we grow through that resistance, oh my God, we are so much stronger and more resilient on the other side for whatever it is that is coming next to whirl and swirl us about in the storm of life that sometimes happen. So to end, forgiving is about consciously releasing resentment, anger, and the need for revenge. Forgiving is about willingly letting go of old ideas, stories, and our attachment to our comfort zones. Forgiving softens and creates spaciousness to grow. Forgiving allows us to become more aware of what our thermostat is set to, and ultimately take personal responsibility that we, no one else, are the ones adjusting those thermostat settings. Thank you, and so it is. Okay, so for those of you who haven't been here before, it's time for some conscious conversation. So I'm going to invite everyone to pick up your chairs and just move into groups of 3 or 4, well, 4, there's a lot of people here today, and we'll have about 7 minutes to talk, which is not a long time. And then when it's time to come back, I will ding the meditation bowl. Thank you. All right, everyone. I'm sorry to pull you away from your conversations, but come on back. Thank you for being so engaged. Going to ask 3 new members to come up to the stage, please. We have 5 new members that were approved by the board last month. And so we're going to welcome Dean Brown, Carol Liggett, and Fiona Pogue to the stage. Come on up. Normally we do this at Friendship Sunday, but because we have the AGM coming up, I want you guys to be part of it already. So you can just join me on the stage here. So this is your membership card, Carol and Dean. All right, and this, it's like being at an awards ceremony. Your name tag. And Carol, there you are. And Dean. All right, and the beauty of these carabiners or whatever, lanyards, is you can choose a different one every week. All right, and then there are 3 journals to choose from along with a pen. So I'm just going to let you guys decide. Take one, pass it around. So that's to capture your thoughts, insights, wisdom, things that come up in talks or conscious conversation or whenever. And then here are some celebrating you cards. And there's a little message in there for each of you. And so if you want to pop it open today or right now, feel free. If you want to save it for yourself, that's fine. But what I would like to ask each of you to do, Mahoney, is choose one of these 3 categories and then read from that category as part of your commitment to VTC. Yep.
I live life lovingly. I make my spiritual growth and personal transformation a priority. I embrace oneness, divinity, and sacredness of all, and personal responsibility in every aspect of my life.
Thank you. All right. And Carol, why don't you come a little closer this way because you're off to the side. So come on closer here. To the center of the stage. Yeah. So people can see you. All right. And which one would you like to choose? Yeah. Everyone's using the same.
I'll go for the middle one. I actively show up and speak up. I know that my presence and participation are sacred contributions that enhance the community experience. I am an ambassador for the community and do my best to practice kindness, compassion, understanding, and love with everyone I meet, no matter what. I share my enthusiasm about VTC with others and bring friends with me, which I will do.
Yay! Perfect for someone who's one of our new greeters, right? All right, and Dean?
Which one's left now? I commit to being of service. I volunteer my time and skills in ways that excite, challenge, and nourish my soul and support the VTC community. What's that word there?
Tithe.
Tithe. I tithe my treasures there, knowing that my financial contribution is an investment in my ongoing spiritual growth and the expansion of the VTC community.
Thank you. Welcome, Dean. All right, so these are some of our newest members. All of our new members who are present at the AGM are going to be invited to come up on stage, but these are part of the newest crop. So can we let them know how delighted we are that they're part of VTC? We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. Thank you, everyone. Okay, you can go ahead and sit down. Woo! All right, and so next, I'm passing around the You Are Beautiful blessing box. Please feel free to take a blessing and then pass it on. And as the blessings and affirmations are going around, now is the time to check in with how you're feeling. Are you feeling better than you did when you walked through that door today? Yes. Okay, so I see smiles and people clapping and so let's just lean into whatever it is that you're feeling, the joy, the connection, the upliftment, the inspiration, something else, the love, the gratitude, the appreciation, knowing that all of that comes from a place where it never, ever runs out. And so we get to share some of that generosity of spirit with each other and our community. So if you would like to do so financially, there are a bunch of different ways that you could do it, including some envelopes and a silver bowl on the back of the table. However you are choosing to contribute your time, talent, or treasure, I invite you to place your hands on your heart as, with enthusiasm, we declare this abundance blessing together. In gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly, and so it is. And so how about this for some gratitude, huh? So let's just anchor ourselves in this lovely little image, knowing that the reason that we recognize the loveliness in that image is because that loveliness is alive and well and active in each and every one of us. So appreciating the gratitude, knowing that whatever it is that is being offered through and as this generosity of spirit goes forward to heal, prosper, and bless. What an absolute gift and blessing it is to be right here, right now, to be part of this community, knowing that there is so much love present and so much more to come. So for everything that is here and for everything that is on its way, I say thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. All right, just a handful of announcements. This is the most important one. In case you didn't know, the annual general meeting is happening today from 1 to 3. There's a light lunch that is going to be served. If you are a member, please stay. It's a very, very important event. All the rest of the stuff, there are flyers and posters on the wall over there. There are flyers on the door. What I will let you know is that there are a couple of clipboards here for Reverend Thomas's Soulful Soundscape Sound Bath and Meditation that is happening at the end of the month on April 25th. There will be a Zephy.com ticket link soon, but if you want to... Oh, it is live. Okay. Okay, fantastic. All right, so... Awesome. Okay, great. So you can go onto our website. You can go and click on that Zephy link and you can buy your tickets. All right? If you are interested in being part of the forgiveness class, there are 12 very brave people who are signed up. I invite you to come along for the journey. It's going to be an incredible, powerful, releasing and softening experience over 8 weeks. There's other stuff happening in our community. Friendship Sundays next week, 9D, Healing Circle, there's the sound bath. If you or someone you know is in need of prayer, please let us know. This is what we do here. prayers@victoriatruthcenter.org, or there's a little box over there with little forms you can fill out, and our VTC prayer team will know for you and yours affirmatively. If you aren't already on the newsletter, please feel free to sign up. Best way to keep in touch with what is happening and when. And in our community, Authentic Relating Games here, first and third Sundays of the month from 6:30 to 9. Either Bernice or Robbie are facilitating, and tonight it's Robbie. Okay, does anyone in the community have something they would like to share that they're involved in that they would like people to come to and support them and like go, yeah, this is awesome? No? Okay, then I'm going to invite everyone to stand up as we sing our final tune. And a big, big thank you to Mr. Carl Roosing on piano, to Matisse Gubby-Hertig on bass, and to Kelby McNair on vocals and drums. We're going to finish off. With Holy, Holy Way, a Rickie Byars favorite. You guys follow Kelby, okay? You're singing the red. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Yeah. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
heal us all.
Let me know that love will heal us all.
Oh, let me walk each day a little wiser.
Let me walk each day a little while.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
All right, everyone, go ahead and bless your neighbor. And feel free to cross over to the other side. There's so many amazing people here today.
You got it, Carl. All right, here we go.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing.
Let me share the good that's overflowing.
Oh, let me care for those around the world.
Let me care for those around the world.
Oh, let my steps reveal the path of peace.
Let my steps reveal the path of peace.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy
Thank you, everyone. Carl Roosing, Matisse Gubby-Hurte, Kelby McNair, the VTC Community Choir, Rickie Byars for that stellar tune. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. And we'll see you in 2 minutes at the lunch table. Okay, thank you. We'll see you next week.